Hello students, in this session you are going to learn chapter 3 Computer Organization part 2. Contents of this session are types of microprocessor and memory devices. First, types of microprocessor. Already in last video we had discussed about microprocessor. Microprocessor is an electronic component that is used by a computer to do its work, and it is made up of three components like ALU, control unit and registers. So all the processes inside the computer is done with the help of microprocessor, and this microprocessor can be classified into two. First one is based on the width of the data and the other one is based on instruction set. First, classification of microprocessor based on the data width. So depending on the data width, microprocessor can process instructions. So based on the size of the data, microprocessor can be classified. So they were 8-bit microprocessor, 16-bit microprocessor, 32-bit microprocessor, and the last one is 64-bit microprocessor. Next, classification of microprocessor based on instruction set. So based on the size of the instructions, it will be classified into two. For simple instruction, RISC were used, that is reduced instruction set computers. And examples for RISC processor are Pentium 4, Intel P6, AMD K6 and K7. And for complex instructions, CISC were used, that is complex instruction set computers. And when compared to RISC, CISC were very expensive. And examples for CISC processors are Intel 386 and 486 and Pentium 2, Pentium 3 and Motorola 68000. So these are the types of microprocessor. Next, memory devices. A memory is just like a human brain. It is used to store data and instructions. So computer memory is the storage space in the computer where data and instructions are stored. And there are two types of accessing methods to access the memory. One is sequential access and the other one is random access. In sequential access, the memory is accessed in an orderly manner, that is from starting to end. Whereas in random access, we can access the data randomly. So it is just opposite to sequential access. Next, memory hierarchy. So based on the speed, capacity and cost, it was arranged in this hierarchy. First one is cake memory. It is smaller, faster and expensive. And next one is main memory. Its capacity is little bit larger, faster and expensive. And the last one is hard disk, that is secondary memory. Its storage capacity is larger, next access time is slower and cost also little bit low when compared to the other two. So these are the hierarchy of memory. Next, types of memory. So memory can be classified into RAM, ROM, PROM, EPROM and the last one is EEPROM. So now let us see each memory one by one. So this is the picture of RAM. RAM stands for random access memory. Random access memory. The main memory is otherwise called as random access memory. RAM is a volatile memory, which means that the information stored in it is not permanent. That is, when we switch off the computer, whatever data that resides in RAM will be lost, and it allows both read and write operations. Next, types of RAM. There are two types of RAM. One is dynamic RAM and the other one is static RAM. Dynamic RAM is a common type and it needs to be refreshed frequently, whereas static RAM needs to be refreshed less often, which makes it faster. And static RAM is more expensive than dynamic RAM. Next, this is the picture of ROM. ROM stands for read only memory. Next, read only memory. Read only memory refers to special memory in a computer with pre-recorded data at manufacturing time which cannot be modified. So the data in ROM will be written during the manufacturing time itself. And next, ROM is a non-volatile memory, which means the information stored in it is permanent. And next, ROM retains its contents even when the computer is turned off. So the information stored in ROM will not be erased at all. Next, PROM. PROM stands for Programmable Read Only Memory. Programmable Read Only Memory is manufactured as a blank memory, whereas PROM programmer or a PROM burner is used to write data to a PROM chip. And once a program has been written onto a PROM, it remains there forever. And next, it is also a non-volatile memory. So, PROM retains their contents even when the computer is turned off. Next, EPROM. EPROM stands for Erasable Programmable Read Only Memory. Erasable Programmable Read Only Memory is a special type of memory which serves as a PROM, but the contents can be erased using ultraviolet rays. So, EPROM retains its contents until it is exposed to ultraviolet light. Next, it is also a non-volatile memory. And an EPROM differs from a PROM, whereas PROM can be written only once and cannot be erased, but EPROM can be erased using ultraviolet rays. And the last one is EEPROM. EEPROM stands for Electrically Erasable Programmable Read Only Memory. Electrically Erasable Programmable Read Only Memory is a special type of PROM that can be erased by exposing it to an electrical charge. So it can be erased using electrical charge, and it is also a non-volatile memory. And comparing with all other types of ROM, EEPROM is slower in performance. So these are the types of memory. Next, cake memory. The cake memory is a very high speed and expensive memory which is used to speed up the memory retrieval process. So cake memory is an extremely fast memory which acts as an intermediator or buffer between RAM and the CPU. It holds frequently requested data and instructions so that they are immediately available to the CPU when needed. Next, today's assignment question is: explain the types of memory. So with this I conclude our class today. Thank you.